Our brand new Ultimate Organiser dies are incredibly easy to assemble, and in this how-to video we're going to have a look at how we can take a set of dies like this and create the most amazing three-dimensional organisation, the next journey in your planner adventure, and get yourself shipshape in no time at all. It really could not be more simple, and what I've done is cut out ready to show you all of the pieces so you can see what each of the dies do for you and how they're going to all fit together to make the most incredible organisation. What I've got here are the boards, and we're going to have a look through to see exactly what you get in the packet. This die here is the main die in the set and will create all of the pieces you need to be able to assemble that three-dimensional organiser. You also get all of your decorative pieces as well. So you get dies to create index tabs, you get dies to create your little photograph corners, so you can put photographs in there if you'd like to. You get decorative borders, you get these little dies here which create the folds to make your, I just must show you this, your little notebooks, so you can create your own notebooks at home. We're going to come to the stamps in a second. You get the spine dies, and you get lots and lots of decorative pieces as well. So everything you need to construct and decorate your planner is included in that die set, and they really are very simple. You get lots of different matting and layering panels as well, all to perfect size, so that you can put these together with your card or with your decorative papers, and you can even stamp onto them with your organiser information. So you've got all of those dies in one complete set. You buy this set of dies, this Ultimate Organiser, and absolutely everything you need to make this, unbelievable I know, is included. How truly fantastic is that? Wait till you see how easy it is to put together. We'll get straight on with that now because that's the exciting bit. Now, just before I start assembling it, you also get a fantastic collection of stamps you can see here, which has everything you need to make this the ultimate organiser or a fantastic handbag-sized, customised planner for yourself. You can see you've got all of the months, you've got the days, you've got all of the things that you might want to plan, like a party list and what you need to buy, and a school list, a travel itinerary, all your tickets and recipes and gift cards, parties, diaries, friends, neighbours, everything included in there that you could possibly need, and a little calendar stamp. We've also got these fabulous sets of stamps which allow you to stamp on the die cuts and make your little index cards for yourself as well. We've got your little arrows that you would need from a planner set. We've got your full calendar. We've got your to-do lists. These stamp sets really will make it the most customisable organisation solution that you can make for yourself. So I've got the panels ready, and I've cut 4 of these panels with this main die. So you can see here the die cuts that full panel for you, and it also does your score lines. When you're running this through your machine, try to remember to put it through horizontally and you'll get really precise score lines using your Gemini machine. So we're going to keep 2 of those panels intact. We can see we've got our score lines in place there, and it's got all of the little joining tabs at the top. Pop them to one side, and with the remaining 2 panels, you're going to take your craft knife and you're going to remove this bottom piece. That can be used to die cut your little index tabs and whatever else you're doing with your other dies in your collection. But to construct your organiser, 2 of the panels gets the bottom cut off, as you can see I've got there, and 2 remain intact. And that's using your main die in the collection. Now we need to assemble. Now what we've included for you in your package is the full instructions on how to do this. So if you don't want to watch this video every time, you've got all of the instructions you need to be able to assemble the organiser really easily at home. So if we follow those instructions, we can see it says we need to cut the front off as we've done, and then we need to glue those together. So we're going to take the panels exactly as it shows us, front and back, with the score lines facing, and we're going to glue the tabs together. This is how easy it's going to be for you at home to cut out the pieces and then either watch me, follow along with me on this how-to video, and once you've done that, just get your instructions out and follow those instead. So I've done that and I'm moving on to the next piece, and you can see it wants me to have this back and front piece I've got here on my right hand side, and then we're going to take the other two full intact panels and we're going to glue them to this front and back piece here. So I'm going to take a line of glue on my tab, and remember all of these have been cut and scored for you. Line that up. There we go. Rub that in place, and we're going to do the same with the next one, because that's what my instructions tell me to do. Line of tape, glue that in place. Now that is the main body of your organiser complete, and could that be any more simple? What we've got to do now is just fold it in the manner it tells us here. So we've got mountain, valley, mountain, and then organiser lid, which comes over the top. So we'll just look at that again so you can see. There's all of the pieces we've joined together. We've got mountain, valley, mountain, and when the mountain comes up, that front and back piece comes over the top and creates the shape of your organiser. Now what we need to do is just pop the spines in place. So you've got a little die in your set. Remember, all of the dies you need are included, and those little dies are going to create the concertinas for you. So we're going to cut those out, and we need 4. Tells you in your instructions to cut 4. You can see that there. And to fold them. And so we're going to fold and burnish those lines. And you can burnish with a tool. I'm just using the tool from my guillotine. And then we've got the same again, mountain, valley, mountain. And we're going to do that for all 4. Okay, when you've got all 4 ready, now we just need to glue them inside the organiser to make the gusseted areas to gather together all of the pieces that we want to organise ourselves. So if we refer back to the instructions, turn over the sheet, we've done all of this. You can see it tells us exactly where to glue them. So as we lie our organiser out in front of us with our valleys and mountains, and actually I'm just going to burnish all these score lines because it will make it so much easier, and I would recommend whenever you're doing a project that relies on score lines like this, that you do always go and burnish them all. It just makes everything so much more precise and go together easily for you. We keep this laid out and we refer to the instructions. I can see I need one of my little gussets here, 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 and here. So once I can see where they're going, all I need to do is start and glue them in place. So I'm going to take my tape pen. Now you're going to make sure that you've got the little tabs. So you've got your 2 valleys and 1 mountain pointing in that way. I'm going to hold my hand so you can see it there. There we go. You've got valley, mountain, valley. That's going to allow you to stick that in place on your organiser side to create the gusset in the correct way. Voila. Okay, so you need to make sure we're facing towards you. Facing towards you, you've got your 2 valleys, or facing out, you've got your mountain. So it looks like the letter W as you read it. That would make it easier for you, wouldn't it? So we're just going to run a tape pen along the side there. You can use your red liner tape if you want to. You can also use a wet glue if you want to, but when I'm doing construction projects like this, I really do like to use my Crafter's Companion tape pens because they're quick, easy and as strong as a wet glue. So I like to turn the organiser around so it's facing towards me. So I'm working on each of these little panels separately to get these in place. And you can see what I'm doing is just affixing that little gusset there, and then I close it up. And what I do then is close the whole organiser up to get it stuck in place. If I worked on one side at a time, this whole thing would be stuck now and it would make it very difficult for me to get in and do this side of the gusset. So actually what I like to do is have that in place and then come put this in place and close it all at once. It will just make it so much more simple for you. So again, we're going to apply the adhesive, following that letter W that I just explained to you earlier. Pop that in place on the side, exactly as we did over here. So now you can see I've got both of those ready, and when I fold this up, they then glue in place, give them a good rub and make for me my first gusseted pocket. There we are, you can see that there. Okay, and then we're going to do exactly the same here. So I like to fold that one out of the way so that it doesn't all get too cumbersome. Fold that back under on itself and repeat the process here exactly as we've just done. Okay, once you've done that, and we've just repeated the process twice, as you could see there, we've put the gussets now, and now your organiser is all complete and ready for you to decorate. Now, honestly, when you first seen this, you would be forgiven for thinking I could never. But now that you've watched this, I'm certain you're thinking, I can't wait to do that. Honestly, it is so incredibly easy. Now, what you will do is you will use all of your little panels to decorate, and you will use all of the other little dies that I was showing you here to be able to create, for example, the tops of your little notebooks. And remember, you've got all of the stamps so that you can stamp these and make them really customized to what you would like to do. You've also got a die which creates this little pocket for you at the top to slot your notebook in. That comes in the collection for you. And just quickly to show you that, you see it cuts out and then it's got all of the little folds. You just fold those under, glue them down, and then you've created that little pocket for the book to slot in. It's really well thought out, really cleverly designed. We have fantastic designers here at Crafter's Companion. And you can see now I've got my notebook on the back of the flap. I'm going to show you this side by side so you can see where we put things. As I open up the organiser, there is my notepad. It just makes it easier, I think, when it's clean and white for you to see where we've stuck things. There on the lid is where we've put the notebook. Then inside, you can see what we've done is create another pocket in there using the dies that we've got and the little gussets, just so you can pop your ideas in if you want. And again, all the stamps included for that. But inside here, what you've got are all of your stamps and the dies to die cut. You can see the little index tab. Remember, we talked about the index tab earlier. You've got your dies to cut the index tabs for you as an edgeable so that you can have your little reminders in here. And here I've got one for family events and friend events. And then I've got a little wallet here, a little pocket, another one where I've put in another organiser, and this time I've got my weekly reminder, and this could be for how much I'm spending on lunch every day, just to keep myself under control and make sure I'm not eating chips every day for lunch. And then again, we've got it in here. You can see another little organiser top. Here I'm getting organised for a night out. Yes, please. And here I've got my party list with things that I absolutely cannot forget for my party. And then in this one, I've got anniversaries I need to remember, and I've got a little to-do list you can see tucked in there nicely. And I've also got here an ingredient list. So maybe I'm making a nice dinner for my anniversary and I need to remember all of my ingredients, and I need to remember to buy a gift for my husband as well. So all of my little reminders in there. I've got my little pocket on the front, and I'm just going to bring my other organiser back in so that you can see this. And this little piece at the front here is this little piece that was left behind, and that's been decorated with all of my little reminders using that pocket. I've just shown you how easy it was to make that pocket, using my matching stamps to make myself a little note section, make myself some to-do lists, some little important tags if that's what I want, and all of that customizable with those stamps to whatever it is that you want to keep organised with. Now don't forget, when that's closed, you have got these pieces inside. So when you've got your organiser and it's been all folded together as we did, yes, you've got all of those pockets, but what you've also got to use are the insides of the folds inside the gussets. So it really makes it three-dimensional. All of the gussets and the pockets there, and then underneath all of the flip pieces, so you can continue making pockets, continue making reminders, have a little photograph in there of people you love, and have all of your receipts in an area if you want. And it really is, it's honestly, guys, you're going to love it. And it was as simple as that. The construction is a work of minutes. The decoration is where all of your fun begins, with the dies that we've included, the stamps that we've made for you. And I'm making them for organising my life. I've got one for my school lists for the kids going back to school, so I can remember everything I need to do for that. I've got one here for all of my birthdays that I need to remember, for all of my friends coming up in the year. I've got one just full of important notes. And actually, the one that I'm making this year, and the one that I'm going to be making every year for myself, is going to be for Christmas. I'm going to make myself a Christmas organiser like this every year. Do you know what? Even if you don't want to organise, this is great for handbag planners. Planners are huge everywhere, and we love making and customising them. You're going to be able to adapt this ultimate organiser set into mini planners for yourself as well. I hope you agree. These are incredibly clever, absolutely exquisite, and you are going to have the most fun creating your customised organisers for you and as gifts for your loved ones.